How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? Hello and welcome back to Arcanum Gaming. My name is Richie. Today, we're actually going to be checking out a point-and-click adventure game that I wasn't really planning to play, um, at least not yet. It's a new game that just came out on March 27th, which was, when this video goes live, it will have been 2 days ago. But yeah, I knew that this was coming, and it was a game that I was planning to pick up and play eventually, but I didn't realize it was coming out so soon. I know it's been in develop for quite some time, so I think we're just going to go ahead and jump into it and check it out. Now, it's supposed to be if you can't tell by the art here, it's supposed to be a Western-themed adventure game. Don't really know a whole lot else about it. I know we've got the main protagonist is female character, and then we've got 5 companions. A whole variety of companions that are going to come along with us. I'm not sure if it's going to be something like Maniac Mansion where we can switch between characters, or if they're just going to be like side characters that I'm not sure how that would really work in an adventure game, but we're going to check it out. It's supposed to be very much in the vein of classic adventure games with puzzles and items and all that stuff. And it's going to be some other, I'm sure, unique stuff thrown in here. But let's go ahead and jump into it and take our first look at the game.
Boarded the 743 from Pierre-Lorraine for Rosewater, Western Vespuccia. No baggage to speak of, in the literal or metaphorical sense. Just a little hope. And that doesn't take up much space.
Scarlet Ledger's the main character, I guess.
Much has been said about the Western frontier. The perilous wilderness, the lawless towns, and the tough, hardened folk who make their way out there. Usually to get away from something worse. I suppose I'm about to become one of them myself. There's just one thing Rosewater's got that no place else has. An opportunity with my name on it. The thoughts in my head are running together like the landscape outside the window. Excitement and trepidation and boredom mixing like the scrub and rocks and soil into one long blur. One thing I know, I am ready for a change of scene.
Really love the intro so far. Western Vespuccia, was that how she pronounced it? Town of Rosewater, 1850.
Huh. Quiet.
Howdy, ma'am. Allow me to extend the warmest of welcomes on behalf of the town of Rosewater and its inhabitants. Folks call me Jem. And who do I have the honor of greeting?
Harley Legere.
Delighted to make your acquaintance. Might I assist you with your luggage? That is, if you've got any.
I don't.
Ah, right. Well, what brings you to our fair town, Mrs. Legere?
Here for a job, just passing through. It's none of your business. Guy seems nice enough. I don't really see any reason to lie to him or to say none of his business.
Miss. and I'm here about a job.
Planning on sticking around, huh? Say, what line of work are you in?
If you must know, well, I write. There's an opening at the Rosewater Post.
Well, best of luck with that. The editor at that place ain't somebody you want to cross.
Then we ought to get along fine.
I'm sure you will. But as official town greeter, allow me to offer a small caution. Rosewater ain't always such a sleepy little town.
Hey!
Say, I've just remembered another engagement.
This how you welcome new arrivals? I have a mind to give you a thrashing. All right, enough of that. Look, I was no choir girl.
I never got caught. I never cried as much as you.
But I at least had some brains. Word of advice, kid. Don't pick your mark in broad daylight, especially not at a lawman's doorstep. Go on, beat it, or I really will give you something to cry about. Now, where in the ether is that damn publisher's office?
Left click to walk or interact, double click to skip walking. Inventory, right click or press I. Menu, escape, move cursor to the top of the screen. Show objects. Hold O or middle mouse button. Okay. Can we talk to anybody? Can we go back here into the railway? Or the train station? No.
October 25th, 1850. Dear Miss Leger, thank you for submitting your sample. Your writing shows real potential. I'd like to extend an invitation to meet with me at the offices of the Rosewater Post and discuss the possibility of an extended commission. How soon can you arrive in town? I await your reply and look forward to making your acquaintance. Yours, Joan Gallagher.
Okay. We head up this direction out of town? No. Okay.
So they do have the law here, in theory at least.
Got a sheriff's place. Is that where we wanted to go, though? I don't think so.
Can't be a good sign when even the blacksmith goes out of business. No shoes for you, horsies. Soft drink crates. A sugary, fizzy way to beat the heat. Nothing inside but a colony of ants. Shame. I could go for a sarsaparilla.
Okay.
Looks sturdy, but there's some rot creeping around the handles. This padlock's not going anywhere. Not without encouragement. The local sawbones. This is where all the sharp knives and strong drugs will be kept.
Interesting. Alright, here's the post and publishing place. Probably gonna want to check that out first. But
This is the place.
oh, excuse me. First I want to see what's over here. And we'll come back. There's the saloon. And we can walk to that part of town.
Business seems slow today. Probably a good thing.
The Undertaker's office.
Business seems slow.
Um,
Shabby, but I've been to worse.
got something posted out front.
Wonder if the whiskey here is any better than the rot gut back in Pierre. Looks like it's been up for ages. Wonder if they ever caught the guy. Or maybe he retired from crime. Or died of old age.
Alright, we can't go any farther left, it looks like. I see that sign as well.
Horse pills? Is that pills for horses or pills made from horses? Or both?
Let's go back over here now. We'll check the rest of the town out later. Excuse me. My goodness. Ignore him and enter the office. He almost landed on me. Are you alright? Let's see if he's alright.
Holy hell! Are you alright, mister? Don't you move. I'll fetch the doctor to have a look at you.
Oh, hello there. Don't think I've seen you around before.
I've just arrived today, but this isn't the time for formalities. There's an emergency.
How can I be of service?
Some poor fool's just fallen out a window.
At the Rosewater Post?
Yes. How did you...
Sounds like Joni's in a mood again. Let's go.
Here he is, poor bastard.
Oh, dear. Hello? Can you hear me? I'm Dr. Sedgwick. I'm here to help you. Can you move your legs? Spine seems intact. No obvious fractures of the arms or legs. That, I would say, is nothing short of a miracle. Right. He's in a bad way, but he'll live. I'll get him back to my clinic and patch him up. You are truly a good Samaritan, Mrs.
Leger. Miss. And it was nothing. If you'll excuse me, I have an appointment to keep.
Of course. God bless.
Alright.
Hello, can I help you with something?
I'm here about the writing commission.
Ah, yes, you must be Miss Leger. I believe you and Joni exchanged some correspondence on the matter already, yes?
Yep, got the letter right here.
May I see it, please?
So something I know about this game from the listing. Listing? That's not the right phrase. The page on Good Old Games website is that some of the puzzles, or maybe even a lot of the puzzles in the game, have multiple solutions. So that when we went to fetch the doctor, maybe we could have also just, selected to go see the sheriff. Or we could have just walked by the guy. That was another option, but... Alright.
Very good. Oh, one more thing. Joni's not one for formalities. First names will do.
Noted.
Go up those stairs and knock.
Thanks. What's your name?
Henry Dixon, ma'am. Pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Likewise.
Alright.
Impressive piece of machinery. They seem to be pretty active around here. I hope that means steady work. That cabinet's better organized than I'll ever be.
So we're limited in the actions that we can take.
Cozy.
Like when we hover over something, it gives us one option, like Henry here. We can't look at him or do anything else, push, pull, all that kind of stuff. We can only talk to him. Not my favorite thing in adventure games. I prefer to have a little bit more player
Come in.
Hello, Joan.
interaction.
I'm Harley Leger.
Ah, yes. Nice to finally put a face to the name. Please take a load off.
But I like the voice acting and
Whiskey?
the art
Bit
so
early
far.
for me, but thanks all the same.
Sensible. I like that. I, however, have had a morning, so if you don't mind.
So we'll see about the story once we get a little farther in.
Say, have we met before? Something about you seems familiar.
I don't believe so, no.
Well, let's get down to the meat and potatoes, shall we? If you're going to join our little family here, I'd like to know more about you.
It's a sync biography.
Me? Well, I was born and raised in New Britannia. Got out, made my way west, and started writing. I saw your ad while I was up in Pierre. Thought a change of scenery would do me good.
Well, admittedly, Rosewater isn't as cosmopolitan as it used to be, but maybe you'll find it to your liking.
There hasn't been a dull moment since I stepped off the train.
Speaking of, your writing sample had me in stitches. I haven't spent much time in Lamplight City myself, but your descriptions of the Toffs in Lyon, hilarious.
That piece was inspired by my last visit a few years ago, actually.
Oh? What brought that about?
So they mentioned Lamplight City, and I know, again, from the description of this game that it's set in the same setting as that game. I never played that game, so I don't really know anything about it, but is this a direct sequel to it, or is it just in the same vein as that? I'll have to look that up later, or if somebody wants to let me know in the comments, that'd be appreciated.
I had to go back and settle my late brother's affairs.
Oh, I'm sorry. I hope it wasn't in connection with that awful business at the Lamplight City Expo.
Oh, no, it was before that.
The Expo disaster was a national tragedy, of course. But you know, can't help remembering it as the week our paper sold more copies than it has before or since. Isn't that terrible? But enough about that. Let's get back to why we're here. I loved your sample, and I like you as well, Harley. So I'm going to go ahead and offer you a commission. I'll pay you 45 crowns for it. After that, we can talk about more regular opportunities.
Well, I'll be. So, what's my assignment? A scathing commentary on Rosewater's decline? Or maybe a hard-hitting expose on the plight of the marginalized criminal youth?
Oh, no. Nothing like that. I want you to interview Gentleman Jake Ackerman.
Who?
Oh, the other one. You've been living under a rock. He's a true Western legend. The Achilles of our times. We've got a real opportunity here. Star like that landing in our little town. I'd like something in the vein of your sample. Acerbic and mordant. But maybe not quite so acerbic.
So, a puff piece.
Good, you're paying attention. I want you to make Rosewater look good too. Show me a real frontier hero in a real frontier town.
Where can I find this Jake fellow?
He's taking rooms at the Jack of Diamonds just down the road. And his show is opening today at the Opera House. So he should be around for an interview. I don't know how you're situated here, but you're welcome to use the typewriter in the office.
I only write longhand, but I'd certainly be grateful for a quiet place to work.
Longhand. How charming. Now, if you have any questions before you go, by all means, ask.
Okay.
So, who was the man that went out your window? Not another writer, I hope.
Oh, God, no. You're the only applicant we've had. Don't worry about him. Just a rabble-rouser with an axe to grind. Thought he could burst in here railing about my journalistic integrity. Most folks stick to writing letters to the editor. I tried to calm him down, but... well, it didn't go that way.
I see. Any insight you can give me about the town?
It's a far cry from what it used to be. In a way, it's nice not having to hear the noise from the saloon at all hours, but... oh, I don't know. Folk who moved on took some of the charm with them.
What about the folks who stayed behind?
What about him?
I was hoping for more details.
Far as you're concerned, the only person in Rosewater worth knowing right now is Jake Ackerman. If you're so keen to know about the rest, go meet him for yourself.
Jake Ackerman.
I'm curious, how did the Rosewater Post get its start?
Well, my dad was a union man. He worked the printing press for the Allied Fall Creek Miners Cooperative. Pamphlets, labour news, that sort of thing. Then the mine owners brought the Blackburns in to bust the whole operation up. My dad was laid up for months and could never work again after. But we still had to eat, didn't we? I took all the equipment from the old shop and started printing up an early version of the Post just to bring a little money in. At first, it was all just community notices and advertisements from local stores. Over time, I got the hang of the whole journalism thing and turned it into a real newspaper.
So I'm not going to ask about this one because if Lamplight City is a similar game or an adventure game that I may want to play it, and I don't want to really get any spoilers or anything, so I don't know if this is related or not, so I'm going to skip that one.
I don't want to seem ungrateful, but couldn't I write about something else? My style is more observational than, talking to people. I don't know that that's really my strong suit.
We're talking, aren't we? If you want to write for this paper, you're simply going to have to stretch yourself beyond what you might be accustomed to. Besides, it's not as if you have to say anything particularly brilliant. Just get your subject talking and take notes. Finish this assignment, and maybe the next one will be more to your liking.
All right.
I'd best be on my way.
Right you are. Wait a minute.
What?
It's just come to me. I know why you look familiar. You're Spitfire Harley.
Goodness. It's been a long time since anyone called me that.
I saw you fighting back in 26 at Wellesley Hall in the Chum. You took out a brute twice your size with a right hook. Pow! It was like watching David bring down Goliath.
I appreciate the kind words, but that was another life.
Maybe so, but for a 14-year-old kid fresh off the boat, it was pretty damn inspirational.
Thanks, Joan. Appreciate it.
Of course. And please call me Joni.
Interesting.
Is this the first edition of the Rosewater Post?
Yep, March 30th, 1845. One of the best days of my life.
I hope fixing that window won't be too expensive.
I may just leave it for a while. I'm enjoying the breeze.
Fascinating device.
Isn't it just? To think, I can send messages from here to Bright Bay with the press of a lever.
What will they think of next?
Was it a telegraph?
Nice typewriter.
The first. Good old Sheldon Model 4.
Hey, that's Devil's Tooth. I passed it on the train right here.
Quite a sight, isn't it?
The New Britannia Gazette. Keeping tabs on the competition?
Hardly. I kept that issue because they mentioned my paper.
You support Leroy?
I'm a proud Labourite, sure. I'll admit he hasn't been my favourite PM. But the way things were going with Atwood and the Traitus, this place would have been swallowed up by an automated newspaper conglomerate. Labour Party gets me vote any day of the week.
Fair enough.
Interesting. All right.
See you later, Joni.
Take care of yourself out there. Spitfire Harley, writing for my paper. Now don't that just beat all?
All right. Oh.
Cozy. Unless I want to write a piece of pure fiction, I should probably collect some material first.
Fair enough. Okay. Let's head over here, because I have a few... Oh.
Was your meeting satisfactory, ma'am?
Quite so. Did you find any of those butterscotch sweets I asked for?
Afraid not. Only taffy and some peppermints.
Pity. This place seems to lack even the smallest of pleasures. Shall we?
Alright, fancy lady in a stagecoach that wants butterscotch candy. Let's check out the saloon before we head down to the rest of the city. What we got here?
These seem to be for decoration more than anything else. Food delivery for the lazy. Warning, watch the dang door. Signed, management. Now that is mighty tempting.
There's nothing I can click or anything there.
Scenes from the wild country. A night campfire, a wild horse, and a bear in the mountains. Sure would be something to see all that up close and personal. Except maybe the bear. The local populace getting sloshed. Excuse me, kid. I need to get upstairs.
I'm really sorry, miss, but Mr. Ackerman's not taking any more meetings right now.
Ackerman, that's who we're here to find.
I'm here on behalf of the Rosewater Post.
Did you make an appointment?
No, I just got the assignment.
Okay. Look, Mr. Ackerman's upstairs getting ready for his show. It starts in less than an hour. Why don't you come by and watch? You can come meet him afterwards.
I just need to interview him for a newspaper article.
Well, now, that's perfect. If you're going to write about it, you should definitely see the show. Trust me, he's a real dazzler.
Suppose it beats waiting around here.
Turn the music volume down a little bit. Yeah, let's go ahead and save. Alright.
Gentleman Jake's show will be starting at the theater soon. You won't want to miss a second of it.
Can we grab a chair? Doesn't look like it. Press the red button again. Alright, I can't sit down.
The local populace?
Alright, come back here. First things first, let's head over here. Oh, Gentleman Jake's. Rosewater Opera House.
For 20 coppers, it had better be one hell of a show. Never heard of this one. Betrayal, murder, revenge, classic stuff. Never works out that way in real life.
Can't go left. We can go back the way we came. Can't go to the right either.
You again?
Oh, hey, Harmony, was it?
Harley. What in the ether are you doing here?
Oh, you're not still sore about earlier.
Nah. But your little friend might think twice about hoodwinking strangers again.
Look, nothing personal. My brother and me are just doing our best to get by.
Your brother? And you just strolled away? I ought to knock you into a cocked hat.
Hey, you gotta look out for number one.
You picked the wrong mark, but I can let that go. Hell, with a little effort, you two could be halfway decent grifters. But if there's one thing turns my stomach, it's disloyalty. That's your flesh and blood. If you don't have your own brothers back, who else on this wretched earth is going to give a flip if you're alive or dead?
You made your point. Now can we drop it already? I'm trying to do an actual legitimate job here.
Legitimate job? So you're not selling snake oil or stock tips or fire insurance?
Nah, nothing like that. I'm selling tickets to Gentleman Jake's legendary Wild West show. Only 20 coppers.
I'll take one of those tickets.
Swell! And when would you like to come see the show?
Whenever it starts?
Oh, you mean today? Oh, well, I'm afraid I gotta disappoint you there. Sold the last of today's tickets not 10 minutes before you walked up.
Seriously?
Seriously, this ain't exactly the Coliseum. It only fits so many, and folks around here are real excited to see Gentleman Jake in person.
All right, look. I don't need to see some yahoo firing off his pea shooter. I just want to talk to this Jake fellow.
And I'm sure Gentleman Jake would be happy to meet you if you had a ticket to get in. Course, I might be able to sneak you in quiet-like, but I'd be putting my job on the line, and I can't afford to lose it now. After all, I have my little brother to look after.
Just tell me what you want.
Only a small favor.
Spit it out.
Just help me retrieve something. A small item of great personal value. It's only my pa's pocket watch. Family heirloom, you see.
What happened to it?
It was stolen is what? By that one-eyed scalawag Lola Johnson. Probably stashed it away in the old smithy. She's been squatting in there for weeks now.
Offer bribe.
You said you and your brother needed money. How about 2 crowns?
Well now, that's mighty kind of you. But this don't change the deal.
Why, you little bastard.
You want in, you gotta do me that favor.
Let me in, or you're going to be sorry.
Aw, come on. It's really not a big deal. It'll take you 2 seconds.
I can just knock him out.
Not interested. You can keep those crowns to pay the doctor.
Oh.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages, are you ready for some thrills? Are you ready for some excitement? Are you ready for some fun? Then without further ado, now present the star of our show, the last man standing at the Bleachbone Gulch Showdown. The only man to defeat bastard Billy Boakes in a duel. The man who discovered a gentleman, then gifted it to an orphanage. Gentleman Jake Ackerman! Yahoo!
Thank you, Charlie, for that wonderful introduction. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Gentleman Jake's Wild West. We got a heck of a performance for you today, but first, allow me to introduce my brave and loyal assistant, Danny Luo. Now let's get this show on the road. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how you rope a steer. Keep it going, Danny. Maybe you'll lasso yourself one someday.
It's
You
gonna
couldn't rope
happen.
a steer if it invited itself in for dinner.
The sun beat down upon them as the duelists stood and stared. But Billy Boakes had never fought somebody so prepared. Jake drew his gun, and bang! The bastard crashed down with a thud. The legendary foe lay dead, defeated, in the mud.
Yahoo! Get him!
I wonder if those decisions actually make a difference.
And now for a most challenging proposition, perhaps the greatest feat of marksmanship to which a man can set his sights. You see those 5 juggling balls that Charlie keeps whirling aloft in such a dizzying display? Ladies and gentlemen, affix your eyes on that green ball in particular, and do not dare blink. For with but a single bullet, I will pluck it from the very air.
Big deal. You were practically next to him.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is our show. Thank you all so much. You've been a truly magnanimous, magnificent, and majestic audience.
And you can take home a piece of the legend. Come on down to the Jack of Diamonds to get an autograph or a souvenir ferrotype. We'll be there until last call. Stop by and shake hands with Gentleman Jake.
Ladies and gentlemen, good night.
Howdy, ma'am. Are you Harley Legere?
Who's asking?
I'm Sheriff Gamble. A moment of your time.
What's the
Get in
problem?
trouble
This
for
young
hitting
man
him.
tells me you're responsible for the condition of his brother over there.
Yeah, what of it?
Listen, I know these two can be ornery, but I can't stand by while folks take the law into their own fists, as it were.
Does this mean I'm under arrest?
Afraid so. Come with me to the station, if you wouldn't mind.
I would mind, actually.
2 assaults in one day. Is it a full moon or something?
As if you wouldn't have done the same in my shoes.
Jim can be a handful. Frankly, it's about time somebody put him in his place. But that's all I'll say on the matter. Do keep your hands to yourselves in there, ladies.
Roughed up Jim, did you?
That voice sounds familiar.
I did. Who'd you rough up?
Some little punk I caught trying to break into my place.
Let me guess. Scrawny runt? Face like a leaky pump handle?
If your well water runs red sometimes.
My warning clearly didn't do a lick of good. Maybe you managed to teach him something.
Oh, I barely touched the boy. Pity the sheriff here didn't see it that way.
Seems that between the two of us, we've taken down the whole local ragamuffin syndicate. I'm Harley
I've heard
Legere.
that voice before.
Lola Johnson.
Well, how serendipitous. Jem wanted me to get his pocket watch back from you.
His watch, huh?
Yeah, I had a feeling he was trying to pull something.
Seems like everybody in this damn town is. I'm making tracks soon as they let me out of here.
Afternoon, Sheriff Gamble.
Mr. Ackerman, to what do I owe the pleasure?
I heard you got the lady who was raising Cain at my show.
That's right, in the cell there. The one with both her eyes.
Might I have a word with the prisoner?
Go on, then.
Miss Legere, I presume?
Uh-huh.
Way that kid told it, I was expecting you to be at least a foot taller.
You're a lot shorter up close, too.
Hey now, no need to be rude. I was merely hoping you'd indulge my curiosity. In all the time I've been performing, I've never seen somebody so hell-bent on a seat they knocked out the ticket taker. So, what compelled you to do it?
He was trying to send me on some cockamamie quest in exchange for letting me in. I'd had it up to here with his antics, so I let him have it.
I see. Not one to suffer fools, are you?
Not if I can help it.
An admirable quality.
Now that I've answered your question, would you answer a few of mine?
Ah, right. Danny mentioned you'd been asking after me at the saloon. You a reporter for the local paper?
Provisionally. I've been assigned to interview you.
Well, this is hardly the place for it.
Afraid I haven't got much choice about the venue.
Let's fix that, shall we? Gamble, how much for this fine lady's bail?
Oh, let's say, 10 crowns?
Danny, pay the man.
Here
That was
you are,
nice of
sir.
him.
Appreciate it, son.
Now then, won't you join me in my room at the Jack of Diamonds?
Lead on.
Miss Legere, permit me to introduce my associate, Danny Luo.
We've met, actually. Not formally, I suppose. Nice to properly make your acquaintance, Miss Legere.
Likewise, Mr. Luo.
Please, you can call me Danny. Everybody does.
So what did you think of the show? Pretty spectacular, huh?
Yes, that's definitely the word for it.
I'm glad you think so. Wait a minute. The heckler, was that you?
Yeah, so what? I like keeping performers on their toes. That way their heads don't swell up.
What a refreshing perspective, Miss Legere. I appreciate your candor. Shall we proceed with the interview?
Right.
Okay.
How did you come to pick Rosewater as your latest venue?
Simple. Plenty of folk in this town are looking for a good show. I ain't so hoity-toity as to think El Presidio or Los Virgenes are the only places worth visiting. After spending all day bent double over a pan in a creek or working his keister off down in a mine, a man is entitled to some amusement, wouldn't you say?
So who is the real Gentleman Jake?
Mercy me, that's a hell of a question. Now, I ain't much for philosophizing, Miss Legere, so I'll just say this. In my case, what you see is what you get.
I see. Well, okay then. Is there anything that frightens the mighty Gentleman Jake?
You know, somebody once told me, fear is only as deep as the mind allows. When you deal with the type of folks out on the frontier that I do, marauders, bandits, desperados, your fears have got to be shallow. Otherwise, you won't last 2 seconds.
So what do you do when you're not gunslinging or adventuring?
Well, you were at the show. You saw it firsthand.
Right, but what about hobbies? Pastimes?
Well, I ain't the type to sit around reading novels, if that's what you're getting at. I'm a man of action.
Hey, Jake, don't you have an appointment with Miss Sally this evening?
Damn, you're right. Sorry to cut things short, Miss Legere. I've got another engagement I need to prepare for.
I should have plenty for my article. I appreciate your time.
Well, I look forward to reading your story in the next edition. Danny, see the lady out, would you?
Thanks again for bailing me out, Danny. Guess I'll see you around. Not to worry, gents. Jake's all yours. Hey, you were in the show. Nice juggling.
Thank you, ma'am. Jake, get your ass out here right now, you four-flusher.
Now, what's all the ruckus?
Don't play the fool with me, Ackerman. You know damn well why I'm here. You might think you can give me the runaround, but I wonder if my friends here won't convince you to pay up.
Charlie. Didn't anybody ever tell you only cowards get others to solve their problems for them?
You slum-guzzling bastard. I'm gonna fix that wobbling jaw of yours.
Come on up here, then.
Are you sure you won't reconsider, Charlie?
Shut the hell up and get out of my way. McGuire, take care of the kid. Let's dance, cowboy.
I suggest you clear out while you can, little lady. This could get ugly.
From where I'm standing, it's pretty damn ugly already. Hey!
So that's how you want it, huh? Fine. I'll let the boss deal with you when he's done.
Bollingworth Ale. Didn't know they got that out here.
Hey! Don't start any trouble, lady.
Whoopsie daisy.
I had a feeling that was gonna work. Alright. Loot the body? He's not dead.
Nothing on him but the stench. Sleep tight, chump.
Hey, nice one.
Not the most honorable way of winning a fight, but these boys were hardly playing fair.
Hey, Charlie. Looks like your guys weren't as tough as you hoped.
Whoo-wee! That got the old blood pumping.
You've got some interesting associates, Mr. Ackerman. If you'll excuse me, I have an article to write.
Hang on just a minute. I'd be a fool to just let you walk away after that performance. Come on back up here. I've got a business proposition that may interest you.
What about Miss Sally?
Oh, she can wait. All right, Miss Legere, I won't beat around the bush. Danny and I are looking to get some folks together for a job, and I think you'd make a damn fine addition to the team.
What sort of job?
Ever hear of Dr. Bennett Clark?
No, I don't think I have.
He was the lead scientist researching that ethericity stuff. Before the ban, that is. Dr. Clark moved out here not long after the big disaster back in Lamplight City. You know, the one where all those folks got disintegrated? He kept up his research, even did some demonstrations at the Opera House. Till one day, he just up and vanished. Nobody's seen hide nor hair of him in nearly a year.
All right.
And you want to go looking for him?
Oh, I want to go looking all right. The thing is, we're going in search of Dr. Clark's fortune.
Come again?
The feller was loaded. Somehow he managed to talk a bunch of big money investors from back east into financing his research. All those gizmos and doodads don't come cheap, you know? We find his stash, we'll all be rolling in it for years to come.
Stash?
Good old-fashioned treasure
What
hunt.
stash? Surely it's all just numbers on a ledger somewhere.
Nope. I'm telling you, he kept his assets in cold, hard cash.
So you're looking to rob a man blind just because nobody knows where he is?
Now, nothing so uncouth as that. Picture this. A swashbuckling pirate captain, his vessel freighted with treasure. The vast fleets of law and order circling him, closing in. He digs a hole in the sands of some sun-kissed tropical beach to conceal his ill-gotten loot and makes himself scarce. Circumstance conspires to deprive him of the opportunity to return. Now, is the brave treasure hunter who seeks and unearths the bounty guilty of robbery? Or is he just returning to the world what would otherwise lie forgotten and worthless? See, we're not after Clark's personal wealth. The money in question was meant to bankroll his etheric research. Since that's been outlawed, he can't touch it. And it's a drop in the ocean for the investors. They'll never miss it.
How many folks are you planning on bringing into this?
That depends on what we find. But I promise you, we'll all get a fair split. Enough to make it all worthwhile.
What's your plan?
Clark had a lab nearby, a couple miles outside of town. Last place anybody saw him. We poke around there, retrace his steps, and it should lead us straight to the loot.
Uh-huh.
Now, call me crazy, but I get the impression you're not entirely convinced.
Why on earth would you think that? A couple of folks I don't know from Adam asked me to help them hunt for some money that probably doesn't even exist. How could I not be convinced?
I admit we're asking you to put a lot of faith in us. Hell, I'd probably be just as incredulous were I in your position.
Mr. Ackerman's a good man, Miss Leger. He's never led me astray in all the time I've known him.
I appreciate it, Danny, but I think Miss Leger's gonna need a little more than just your word. Look, I've known quite a few moneyed folk in my time. They all got one thing in common. You know what that is?
Money? Lotus when the riches don't give a crap about people like us. But I'm sure you'll tell me.
I don't. Please, enlighten me.
They're good at keeping their money safe. Clark's cash is out there. I just know it. As far as your safety, you just took out a couple of brutes twice our size. It's plain to see you can take care of yourself.
I'm pretty good with my pistols, and Mr. Ackerman can talk his way out of anything. But we could use somebody who's good in the fights.
Besides, stick around old Jake long enough and you'll have enough material to write a whole book. Forget a measly little write-up in the local rag. I'm offering you a front row seat to a much better show. So, what do you say?
Sounds like a deal. That'll be a good story. I'm in no funny business that money is as good as ours.
All right, Mr. Ackerman. I'm in. I can appreciate a good story, but I love a good payday even more.
Now that's the kind of talk I like to hear.
You won't regret this, Miss Leger.
We'll set out for the lab at daybreak. And please, call me Jake.
All right. Another
Dr.
cutscene.
Clark's laboratory is a short hike from Rosewater. After getting run out of Lamplight City, this is where he went to ground. A secluded desert facility where he could get up to who knows what. Jake, Danny, and I head there at first light to see what secrets he left behind.
Quite a sight, ain't it?
I'll say. What the hell was Clark doing out here?
That's a question for minds greater than ours, Miss Legere.
Alright. Well, we're going to go ahead and save the game here real quick. Just making a new save. Let's go. Oops. Yeah. Interesting game so far. I like the artwork. I like the voice acting. It's like we're just starting to get into the story a little bit with this treasure hunt here. I really love the western setting. Look at the artwork here in the clouds in the background. The saguaros there. It's really fantastic. I really like this so far. Yeah, excited to play some more of it. Let me know what you guys think. I know this game just came out. I don't know if you're playing along with me or if it's something you're just considering picking up. Yeah, so far so good. Don't have a lot else to say about it at the moment. Just gonna have to sit and think on it, and maybe I'll have some more to say in the next episode. But for now, thank you guys so much for watching, and have a nice day.